So Ed, it's been great talking to you about Cloak and Dagger, which is our monthly marquee, and um, and then Who Done It, the musical. But I'd love to talk about a few more of your shows that we're a part of, and maybe have you give us a little info on those as well.
Okay.
So Fanny Hill
Hmm.
is a very successful musical that played the York Theater in New
Hmm.
York.
And
Very,
good
very
and good
successful,
speed. Yes.
and Goodspeed as well,
Yes.
very successfully. And I remember one of my favorite actresses, um, Nancy Anderson, played the lead, and so it's I know, and I've seen and heard the music, seen clips and heard the music, and I know it's a beautiful show. You want to just share that genesis with us?
I do, but first I want to tell you a little side topic. You can edit this out if you like. Um, Nancy got nominated for Best Actress for Fanny Hill. 30 years later, Nancy Anderson and I were both up for a Drama Desk Award for Best Solo Show. And
Wow.
I won, and I got to dedicate it to Nancy Anderson because the last time she was nominated was in my show, Fanny Hill. An
Okay.
unbelievable coincidence.
Okay.
Here's the way Fanny Hill came to be.
Okay.
I used to have a big bookshelf, like everybody used to have a big bookshelf, and it was filled with classics because I was always looking for works in the public domain for me to adapt. And we went through a period on Broadway when everybody was adapting famous novels. So I was looking for a famous novel to adapt, and I suddenly saw on my bookshelf Fanny Hill, the 1750 pornographic book, the most successful, famous pornographic book in history. And I thought, wouldn't it be hilarious to take this salacious book that's been banned in every country and turn it into a musical comedy?
That's great.
So I took each of the salacious sex scenes and turned each one of them into a piece of comedy. So instead of being gross, it's funny. And it just keeps getting funnier and funnier and funnier. And the climax, all the funny comes together. The only problem with Fanny Hill is that you have to have 12 people. There's just too many plot points and too many characters to pare it down. And so it currently stands at 12 people.
Wow. Well, I know it's a wonderful musical, and what a creative idea that is
Yeah, yeah.
to take something and putting a new spin on it. I think it's a show that people should really be looking at
I think so too.
again, because especially with sort of the political correctness that we're dealing with and kind of trying to figure out in
Yes.
our world, to take a show like that that's already doing something quite fresh and but to do it through this sort of historical lens in a way,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I think there's a lot that might be said with that show today that maybe needs to be said or at least expressed.
A very well-known director wanted to do a version of it when I was first putting it up, where it would be all naked and everything. And I just said, I don't want to do it that way. But he has a lot of clout, and I've often thought, I wonder what would have happened if we had gone on and done it that way. But I'm glad I got a version that was exactly the way I saw it. Nancy
Yeah.
Anderson got nominated for Best Actress, Drama Desk. Patty Allison got a Drama Log Award playing the Madam. Batari and Case got nominations for their costume and set. It was a unit set. There's a million locales, but they designed this brilliant unit set so you really didn't have to move anything around.
Well, wonderful. I'm very excited to be talking about Fanny Hill because I know people adored it
Yeah.
when it was in at Goodspeed and the York Theater in Manhattan.